Stamping friends, this is Sharon Armstrong again. This is our sixth card in the June 2014 online stamp club. I wanted to point out the fact that when you're in the club, you get the PDF sheets that are very simple instructions emailed to you, so you can print them out, so you get them all. And you get a video, such as this one. And then the other thing that you get are the pre-cut packets of goodies to assemble your cards. You are told ahead of time what stamp set to use. This month we used Bravo. It is a photopolymer stamp set, which is really fun. The photopolymer stamps come on different sheets, and you'll notice that mine are a little stained. That's okay. They're clean. I clean my stamps all the time, but they do stain. They do pick up the color. No big deal. Don't worry about it. Okay, and so in this packet, what we're going to be putting together, let me just always take everything out of your packets because something might be stuck inside. So you've got some designer series papers. You do have a different piece of ribbon. I did miscalculate a little bit when I was preparing all my ribbon for all my projects for all of the people who joined my online club this month, which was exciting. So I did use a different ribbon. I used the organza ribbon, which I love, is really pretty. If you're not familiar with this ribbon, you can actually use a sponge and color the ribbon and make it your own personal color. All right, so with that said, I want to go ahead and show you how to assemble the card. This piece of cardstock came pre-scored in 2 spots. All right, so we're going to just fold that over, and this is going to be like a little pocket inside. Okay, so I like to use a bone folder to give it a good crisp crease. All right, so we're going to do that. Okay, your piece of designer series paper that is about that size right there, we're going to go ahead, put some snail on the back. Now, the best part about our designer series papers is that it's 2-sided. Feel free to change it up. Make this card your own. All right, so I'm going to line this up here. Okay. You also got a piece of Whisper White that is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. We're going to go ahead, add some snail to that. And you don't have to cover the whole back of your card with snail. I know sometimes I see people doing that. You don't necessarily have to. A little bit does go a long way. A little dab will do, yeah. I think that was a commercial before. You have another piece of designer series paper that is, let's see, this one is 4 inches by 1.5 inches. All right. Again, change up the paper if you want. Go ahead and put a little bit of snail. I kind of like to close the card to eyeball where I want it. I do want a little bit of white showing on this side, lining that up on the top. Whoops. And there you go. Okay, so just kind of flows across that way. Now, what to do with this? We're going to take a 1/2 inch circle punch, and we did this trick on another card in a previous video for this month. And I found out that if you will just take and line that punch up with your folded fold, you can just notch that out, then use that same guide on the other side, and they're matchy-matchy. They're all even, okay? Now, what this little flap is going to be a gift card holder, okay? And I wanted to tell you a little trick. On this piece, I used glue dots, okay? And what I found out on the glue dots to hold it together is that it was a little big. And so what happens is the card kind of falls. You see that? All right. So I highly recommend that you use maybe some sticky strip. And this stuff is super glue tape is what we call it around our house. You're just going to pull that off and find the end. Okay. So I'm going to line this up here just on the edge. All right. Take my snips. Cut that off, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. All right, and then cut that off. Now I know I have some new stampers with me this month, so I wanted to point out an easy way to get that sticky strip backing off because it can be kind of hard. If you'll take a bone folder and burnish that adhesive, which means just rub it, just rub the back kind of hard, then taking your snips closed, go ahead, lift that underneath. I kind of go to the middle, all right? Let's show you again. Just kind of go to the middle and it just releases. Otherwise, you'll find yourself just pick, 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 all right? So now, back this out a bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and fold that. And let's cross our fingers. Ta-da! It doesn't fall out. Much better fit, all right? So play with some adhesives that you may have around the house. If you don't have any of that sticky strip, you know where to get them at www.sharonarmstrong.stampinup.net. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up our card. I'm gonna take the ribbon and tie this on. I love the notches because it really does keep that ribbon in place for you so that you don't have to worry about it slipping off, okay? So let me just tie this around. We do a lot of just tying a knot in these classes. I have a lot of people who tell me they're bow challenged, so it's harder to tie bows. And also when you tie bows on cards, see how nice and pretty that is? They're really bulky, and the post office has gotten really funny about if you put that in the mail, they're gonna charge you extra because it won't go through their machine. So keep your bows small, okay? All right, the other things that you got in your packet were a piece of Whisper White and then the Hello Honey. I'm going to stamp Hip Hip Hooray, right about there. And then I need to open up the Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to get out one of my stamps that says you did it. So when you're looking for the stamps, you just kind of, just kind of browse through. You did it. Where is it? There it is. It's one that's very colored a lot because I really do like it. All right, so I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna grab a clear block and I'm just going to press that on there, and it is so sticky. It won't come off. I just love that, all right? So we're gonna ink this up, turn it around because we can see through the block so we know exactly what it says. All right, so you did it. Okay, so now we have that. I'm going to attach our, I knew that was going to run out. Isn't that funny how you always know? Saved by a refill. There we go. All right, so let's get this put together. And we're going to attach this here. And taking our card. And I'm going to go ahead and put some snail on the back of this. I think, and so kind of figure out where you want it. Now you don't want to put snail on the whole thing because then your card won't open, all right? So I'm going to just take this and use it as a guide, all right? That's about where I want it. Let me just zoom in just a tad so you can see, all right? So I'm just laying it on there, making sure my words are going the right way. And then I'm just going to put some snail, and I am going to put quite a bit because I don't want my little flap thing to come undone or to fall off. And ta-da, there is your card. Isn't that adorable? Great gift card idea, and everybody loves to get gift cards. As a matter of fact, this was a gift card that I got when I moved to my new house in Arizona. So there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you're not a member of our online stamp club, check out my information below, give me a shout, and we'll get you set up. Have a great day.